Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Happy Monday. Let's get it. It's time to turn up. It is time to turn up. Good morning. What's up, Paige? T Benz. What's going on, T Benz? Peace and blessings to you all. What's up, nephew? Rika's in the building. Can you guys hear me okay? I got a different microphone, so I don't know if you guys can hear me okay. What's up, Tracy? So good to see you, beloved. Charcel, so good to see you. Jordan's in the building. What's up, Jordan? Divine, what's up, beloved? So good to see you. Jatanya's in the building. Okay, awesome, 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 awesome. Got it. Does it have an echo or can you guys hear me good? Again, I'm trying out some new equipment, so bear with me. So good to see you all. Good morning to you all. Good morning. Milagro, so good to see you. Okay, perfect, perfect, Sandy. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Bella Bella, so good to see you. Good morning, beloved. So good to see you all. Peace and blessings to you all. Mindset Masters family is officially in the building. What's up, Jalen? So good to see you. Gina's in the building. Got my nephew in the building. Red, what's up, Red? So good to see you, beloved. So good to see you all. Rocco's in the building. What's up, Rocco? So good to see you all. Good morning to you all. Good morning to you all. What's up, D? So good to see you. Happy Monday to you all. Happy Monday to everyone. Peace and blessings to everyone. All is well. All is well. All is well. Do me a favor, real quick, you guys, and share the live to your stories. Poppy Chulo, so good to see you, family. Do me a favor, share the live to your stories if you haven't already done so. Pashana, see you. So good to see you all again. Do me a favor. What's up, Gomez? Do me a favor and share the live to your stories real quick. I appreciate that, beloved. Thank you. Well, let me see. I can fix that. That's not really something that I need. Yeah, I got a new microphone. That microphone. I'm trying out some new equipment. I had to get a new microphone. Was that better? Yeah, man. It's the lights. It's the lights. It's the lights. I'm light skinned, so I keep shining. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Yeah, it's crazy, Quantum, but thank you for pointing that out. I appreciated that. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Got my Tara in the building. Let's go. Yeah, Honey Man. What's up, Honey Man? So good to see you. Yeah, Quanta, I appreciate that because it's actually not something that I need, but I do appreciate you throwing that out there because I would have been blind to that. So I appreciate that. Again, do me a favor real quick and share the live to your stories if you haven't already done so. Other than that, we can ready to get busy, get busy. Unbreakable, what's going on? Tara, what's up, beloved? So good to see you. Defensive player of the year, shot blocker of the year. What's up, Aquarian Goddess? So good to see you. Alana's in the building. So good to see you, beloved. All right, boom. Boom, let's go. Yeah. Tara says, snapping ankles left and right. Let me, before I jump out there, Is there anyone, type me in the comments real quick if this is your first time on the live stream with me? Do me a favor and type me if this is your very first time on the live stream with me. I appreciate that, Angie. I appreciate that, beloved. Let me see how many first timers before we jump out there. Okay, Nick, I see you. Any other first timers before we get started? Ghana's in the building. What's up, Ghana? Ash is in the building. What's up, Ash? So good to see you all. First time. Rari, first time. Jennifer, first time. All right, cool. Just so you guys know real quick, my name is Jordan Williams. I am a certified life coach. I specialize in self-awareness, self-mastery, relationship mastery, consciousness. I specialize in helping my students and my clients all over the world to become the most powerful versions of themselves. I have been coaching for over 2 decades now. I've been the secret weapon for some of the most powerful people in the world, from top doctors, lawyers, athletes, executives, CEOs, you name it. I have coached them. I am also the best-selling author of this book, The Secret of Awareness. How powerful are you ready to be? This book is a bestseller. It's a game changer. It's not something that I talk about a lot, even though I should, with respect to just the impact that this book has had on some of these people's lives all over the world. But again, I'm not here to talk about the book. My purpose and my mission in life as a coach is to help you find yours, right? To help you unlock, your greatness, to help you to discover your potential, whatever that may be, right? Whatever that thing is, when you are operating out of your highest and best self. And so that's what this live stream is all about. If you like TED Talks, if you enjoy powerful conversations, this conversation is going to be like a TED Talk on steroids. And that's what it's all about. And so I go live Monday through Friday around 9:15 a.m. Central Time. And let's get busy. I cover everything because as a mindset coach, again, I specialize in self-awareness, self-mastery, relationship mastery, emotional intelligence, consciousness. So I specialize, not just in, talking about, how to become the most powerful version of yourself, but also, when it comes to depression, when it comes to anxiety, when it comes to fear, when it comes to all of these indicators. Right. We call them emotions. I don't know who came up with that, but we call them emotions, but they're all just indicators. Once you really start to understand the fact that everything that is happening, everything you call negative with respect to your emotions are all indicators, you start to see them through a different light and through a different filter. All right, boom, let's get busy getting busy. Again, do me a favor real quick, you guys, and share the live to your stories if you haven't already done so. Moose was in the building. What's up, family? So good to see you. Ann's in the building. What's up, Ann? So good to see you. So good to see you all. All right, let's turn up the temperature. Anything less than full transparency is not a relationship. That's where we got to start. Anything less than full transparency is not a relationship. Whether you're talking about something romantic, whether you're talking about a partnership, whether you're talking about a friendship, whether you're talking about business, it doesn't matter. Anything less than full transparency, you don't have anything. You don't have anything. Papi Chulo, so good to see you. If you don't have full transparency in your romantic relationships, then what do you actually have? Think about what I'm saying. If you don't have full transparency, what do you have? What do you have? Right? I'll tell you what's there. Manipulation is there. That's what you get. When transparency is missing, it's because manipulation showed up on the scene. You have someone who's pretending. When transparency isn't there, someone's pretending now. So I'm not even getting the real you. I don't know which version of you I'm getting now. You have conditional love when someone is more focused on how they're benefiting you than how they can love you. That's what I get when transparency is not there, conditional love is there. That's the only thing that can be there. Nothing else can be there. We either have transparency, which we can tap into unconditional love, or we have a lack of transparency, which means that there's only conditional love, which means that the relationship is only transactional. People who are withholding information from you are manipulating you so that they can get what they want from you. That's what happens when transparency is not there. When transparency is not there, it's because I'm holding information from you because there's somehow, some way I benefit from you. The truth is free. So it doesn't make sense that there's no transparency in the relationship, especially if the truth is free. Right? So when a person isn't giving you what doesn't cost them anything, it's because they're benefiting from you being blind to their truth. If I'm not willing to be transparent with you, that could only mean I'm not transparent with you because I'm benefiting off you being blind to whatever my truth might be at the time. Right? And a person who will look you directly in the face and lie to you has zero respect for you. So it doesn't matter how many apologies, how much you apologize about what you lied about. If the truth is free, and it is, and I'm not willing to give it to you, it's only because I was benefiting from you being blind to my truth. And if I won't give you what's free, doesn't cost me a dime. That means I have no respect for you. That means that you weren't worth my truth at the time. That's what that means. Coach, should we forgive people that lie to you? Forgive them for what? What would you be forgiving the person for? See, when people say I'm sorry, when they get caught in a lie, it's not that they're sorry because of you. They're sorry because they got caught. That's why they're sorry. That had nothing to do with you. Because if I truly valued you, I would have never lied to you to begin with. So I'm really not sorry. I'm really only sorry that I got caught. And because most people lie to themselves, they'll never be completely honest with you. How can I be completely honest with you if I lie to myself? Think about it. If I lie to me, which most people do, you don't have a shot. You ain't got a shot. You ain't got a shot. Transparency is a choice, but so is deception. Transparency is a choice, but so is deception. People don't accidentally lie to you. You have never been accidentally lied to in your entire life, and I don't even know your history. But I know that if I don't know anything else, no one has ever accidentally lied to you. When a person lies to you, before they lie to you, that was well thought out. That person took that time to craft that story that they sold you. Or they took time. They thought about that lie the same way they think about a math problem when you study it for a test. You don't just walk in and take a math test. You got to study for that bad boy. Same thing applies when a person lies to you. So make sure that you understand that before you start forgiving people for they lie. Nobody has ever accidentally lied to you. You ain't never been accidentally lied to in the history of your life. So all that, I'm sorry, that'll never happen again. You get to fumble me one time. You get one time to fumble me. Because the lie was not accidental. The lie was well thought out. You just got caught. And when you say I'm sorry one more time, I'm sorry is not about me. I'm sorry it's about the fact that you got caught. Because had you never gotten caught, you would have never corrected that situation. Had you not gotten caught, that lie would have went on forever. So how much value is the person really placing on you? That you getting ready to let back in your life after they done already showed you who they were the first time. That's when we get caught up. We get caught up and we fumble in life because you allow people to show you twice what they've already shown you once. That's why we get hurt. Do me a favor real quick, you guys, and share the live to your stories if you haven't already done so. Do me a favor real quick, share the live to your stories. Let's get the likes up, you guys, so we can get the medicine out. I'm telling you, you're looking for your 33 in life. That's all you're looking for. You're looking for your 33. Appreciate that, you guys. Real quick, yeah. What's up, Kev? So good to see you. Queen, what's up, Queen? So good to see you. What's up, Coach? God's girl in the building. What's up, Sammy? So good to see you. Lynetta's in the building. What's up, beloved? Chantel is in the building. What's up, Chantel? Yasmin, what's up, beloved? So good to see you. I'll tell you about the 33 in a minute, but yeah, you're looking for your 33 and in life, and so people are really, as you're filtering and as you're moving through people, in life, you're 33 are the people that vibe like you. You're 33 are the people that would never tell you a lie because they value integrity too much. They value character too much, right? They value transparency over secrecy. Those are the people that are going to be a part of your 33. The people that won't fumble you in life and then go and apologize after they fumbled you, but even though they fumbled you, they only apologize because they got caught, because had they never gotten caught, that lie would have went on forever. See, once you show me that right there, see, that's the part that we don't understand. Once that person lies to you about whatever it is, once that person lies to you, that lie would have went on forever had you not caught that situation. That's data right there. I don't need to know any more than that right there. Because the lie it doesn't cost you anything to give me the truth. It doesn't cost you anything to give me the truth. It costs you a dime. I can understand if it was $1 million for the truth, they charge it for the truth. It doesn't cost anything. It doesn't cost nothing. What's up, Tanashi? So good to see you. See, you got to have a problem in life with anyone not willing to give you what doesn't cost them anything. That's your standard. People talk about all these things. You got to have all these standards, all these rules. That should be the only thing governing your life. To never have people in your life that will withhold from you what doesn't cost them anything. Doesn't cost you anything. Doesn't cost you respect. Doesn't cost you anything. So it doesn't make sense for you not to give it to me. Kindness doesn't cost you anything. So it doesn't make sense for you not to give it to me. Love doesn't cost you anything. So it doesn't make sense for you not to give me anything. The truth doesn't cost you anything. So it doesn't make sense for you not to give me those. It doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't cost you nothing. What does it signal when you don't give them to me? That's what the question should be. Not what you get from people. What is it saying? What is that person really thinking about you when they're not willing to give you what doesn't cost them anything? You got to be thinking that way. What's up, Edwin? What's up, Jasmine? Nah, it doesn't even cost courage, beloved. And the reason why it doesn't cost courage is because you can't give me what you're not willing to give yourself. See, that's the data part of it. The person isn't giving it to you because they don't have it themselves. That's why they can't give it to you. If I don't have a high level of respect for myself, I can't give it to you. If kindness is not in me, I can't give it to you. If unconditional love is not in me, I can't give it to you. That's why that's where the data part comes in at. The person not giving it to you because they don't give it to themselves. That's why they don't give it to you. How can I give you what I'm not in possession of myself? That's what makes it important. We pay attention to the wrong thing. Yeah, the person is showing you who they are. What's up, Leticia? What's up, beloved? So it ain't got nothing to do with courage. I don't need courage to love you. I don't need courage to respect you. I don't need courage to show you kindness. I don't need courage to show you compassion. Because if I give myself those things, it's nothing for me to give those to you. If I need that, if I don't give it to you, now I'm pretending because I'm trying to get something from you. What's up, Rich? So good to see you. So one more time, people don't accidentally lie to you. You said sometimes it's hard to let go, even when you know they are a liar. That's called I don't love myself. The one thing I'm gonna tell you about this platform, beloved, is I'm not a baker, so I don't sugarcoat things. When you hang on to somebody that's giving you less than what you deserve, that's called I don't really love me. That's called I value the person over myself. I value the relationship over myself. That's what that's called. I have no self-respect. That's what that's called. I have no self-love. That's what that's called. I don't think I can get better than what I'm receiving right now. So I accept less than I deserve, especially when you are showing me who you are. I tell you guys this all the time. Everyone is operating at their highest level of their emotional capacity right now in this moment. So whatever a person is giving you right now, they're giving you 100% of the best of whatever it is that they are. What you accept is a reflection of who you think you are. What you tolerate is a reflection of what you think you deserve. What you normalize is a reflection of your standards. You need to come hang out with me, whoever it was that put that in the comments. You need to spend 24 hours with me. I promise you, your whole mindset will change. Give me 24 hours with you. You'll never make another statement like that. See, what you accept from other people is a reflection of what you believe you deserve. That should scare you or ignite you. So when you say things like that, it's really a reflection of what you believe you deserve. So when you hanging on to somebody that'll lie to you, if a person that'll lie to you, let me go back to the original point. A person that'll look you in your face and lie to you has zero respect for you. They won't even give you what's free. And you won't let go of that. The reason why you won't let go of that is because you value the thing more than you place the value on yourself. That's why you won't let go. See, what blocks us in life is not so much what we hang on to. What blocks us in life is what we're not willing to walk away from. Yeah, what you won't walk away from tells me everything I need to know about you. That's it. I'll just watch what you're not willing to let go of. Because let me qualify that in case you're struggling with it. If I handed you a hot coal right now, I told you to hold out your hands, right? You hold out your hands, and I set a hot coal in your hand. You're gonna drop the hot coal immediately. I can guarantee you're not gonna hang on to it because it's bringing you pain. You're gonna let it go immediately. But you won't hang on to this person. See, you won't let go of the person. The person is just like the hot coal. They bringing you pain too. But you hanging on to that pain because you've normalized the pain that you've been running from. When we run from everything that you avoid in life, right? And that's why we hang on to certain people. We hang on to certain people because, again, whatever person, when you look at it through this filter, look at it through this filter. We teach people how to treat us. That's why people do what they do. People don't come in knowing how to treat you. So we teach them that. We give people a world-class history lesson into who we are based upon what we accept or tolerate from them. I said world-class. Because that person that'll lie to you, there's somebody else that they would never think about lying to. Why? Because they don't want to lose that person. But when a person lies to you, it's because what they're signaling to you in that moment is, I don't have a problem losing you. That's what they're really saying to you. The person lied to you because they don't have a problem losing you. When a person cheats on you, it's because they don't have a problem losing you. When a person betrays you and doesn't show up for you, it's because what they're signaling in that moment is that I don't have a problem losing you. If I lose you, I don't feel like I'm losing anything. That's what they're really saying. I don't have a problem losing you. Ellie, what's up, beloved? So good to see you. Know my worth, I see you. Here's what most people fail to realize. This is one of my favorite topics of discussion right here. Here's what people fail to realize. Truth and transparency are not the same thing. I can make the argument that this is one of the biggest reasons why relationships fall apart. Because truth and transparency are not the same thing. You don't. Truth is what someone tells you after you ask. Transparency is what they share before you ask. You see the difference? So that person is telling you the truth only after you ask. But what if you didn't ask? See, some of you guys, you walking around in a relationship right now. Well, yeah, that person will tell you the truth if you ask. But you're not with that person 24 hours a day. So how do you know to even ask? You don't know who they are when they're not in your presence. So yeah, in your mind, you thinking that you didn't lie to me. But how do I know what to ask if I'm not in your presence all day? Transparency is you knowing. Transparency is me telling you before you ever have to ask. There's nothing to ask. Going back to my original point, if you don't have transparency in your relationship, you don't have a relationship, beloved. You don't have anything. I don't care how long you've been with this person. I don't care what title they carry in your life. It doesn't matter if you wake up next to this person every single day. If there's not transparency in the relationship, you have nothing. But some pretending, some manipulation going on, that's what you got. If we can't have a relationship that's built on transparency, I don't want the relationship. I don't want to have anything to do with it. I don't want anything to do with it. I don't want honesty in my relationship because honesty only shows up when I ask you a question. That's the only time honesty shows up, is when I ask you a question. But if I don't know to ask the question, then that means that you don't have to be honest. Transparency eliminates any questions. So people are going to tell you that you need both, but the reality of the situation is that you really don't need both, because when I have transparency, I don't need honesty. When transparency is in the relationship, you don't need honesty. But if you only have honesty in the relationship, it won't make it, because that means that person is only going to tell you the truth when it benefits them, or when they get cornered in a situation, or when you ask. But if you don't ask, I ain't going to tell you. That part right there, Marie. That part right there. Yeah, you don't want no honesty in your relationship, but you want honesty in your relationship. I'm an honest person. No, I don't want to know. I'm a transparent person. It's a big difference. Big difference. Like a river and the ocean. Big difference. Yeah, they both bodies of water, but it's a big difference. Major difference. So one more time, the truth is what someone tells you after you ask. Transparency is what they share before you have to ask. You didn't have to ask. Truth reacts. Transparency prevents. One keeps things honest, the other keeps things safe. A real connection needs both. A lot of people think they're honest, but honesty without transparency still makes you a liar. Honesty without transparency still makes you a liar, beloved. Because a person moving through life like that means that you're only going to tell the truth when you cornered. Watch this. Enough appetizers. We're going to turn up. When it comes to spiritual intelligence, I'm going to take your elevator so high right now. When it comes to spiritual intelligence, what do you think is the most important question there is? Some of you guys, somebody might get it. When it comes to spiritual intelligence, which is the highest form of intelligence on the planet, what do you think the most important question is? There's only one. Somebody might get it. One of my students on here might jump out there and get it. I love that. These nuts said, who am I? Who am I? What's my purpose, God? Consciousness. I love that. What is my purpose? Self-awareness. Love it. Love it. Who am I? Love it. Taisha, I love it. Know thyself. You said something. You said that. Self-awareness. I love it. What kind of person do I want to be? I love that. What is love? Love that too. Your calling. Nephew said your calling. How can I add value? Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Do me a favor real quick, you guys. Share the live to your stories if you haven't already done so before we getting ready to go to the bottom of the ocean right now. I'm telling you now. We're going to the bottom of the ocean. Right now, we're going to the bottom of the ocean. Killer whales down there and everything. Do not pet the whales. Do not feed the whales. Again, do me a favor real quick and share the live to your stories if you haven't already done so. Let's get the lights up, you guys, so that we can get the medicine out. Come on, Lana. Reese said I'm ready. Reese said I'm ready. All right, let's go. Boom. What's your purpose in life? I love that, Coco. All right. I'm gonna tell you the most important question. I'm gonna tell you not only is it the most important question in the world, I can make the argument it's the most dangerous. Because this question alone shapes your entire life. I'm talking about shapes your entire life. Here we go. Who are you when no one is watching? That's the most important question in the history of spiritual intelligence. Who are you when no one else is around? Who do you become? Who do you become? That's the most important question in the world. Some of you guys are stuck, not because of who you promote yourself as, not because of who you are on social media. No, that's not the reason. Some of you guys are stuck because of who you transform into when no one is there. That's why you're stuck. One more time, the most important question is, who are you when no one is watching? Not who do people think you are. Not interested in that. Not who do you promote yourself as. Not interested in that. Not who do you claim to be on social media. Who do you claim to be in the office? Who do you claim to be at church? Who do you claim to be in public gatherings? Not interested in that. Not interested in that. Who are you when there's no audience? Who are you when there's no applause? Who are you when there's no accountability? And most importantly, who are you when there's no immediate consequences? That version of you, that's who's building your life. That version of you right there, who you become when there's no immediate consequences, is why every person that's headed to divorce court is on their way to divorce court. It has something to do with that. Who they transform into when there's no immediate consequences, when there's nobody watching, that's the threat. Because character is not revealed in public performance. Listen to what I'm saying to you. Character is not revealed in public performance, so it doesn't matter who you are in public. Character is revealed in private freedom. The true measure of a man or a woman is not what they do when they are being observed, but what they do when they are completely alone with their own choices. We live in a generation that celebrates exposure, but ignores foundation. We apply charisma, talent, intellect, influence, and visibility. God has never been impressed by appearances. God has always been concerned with the invisible, because the invisible eventually governs what's visible. This is why so many people's blessings never materialize, or whatever's on your affirmation or your vision board and these affirmations. This is so much of why things never materialize, because of who you are in the dark. Because your character in the dark and who you promote yourself to be in the light don't match. They don't match. See, you can fool people for a season, but you cannot fool truth forever. You can manage an image temporarily, but you cannot escape character permanently. This message is not about motivation. Trust me when I tell you, beloved, I'm not here to pump you up. This message is not about self-improvement techniques. This is a destiny message. I need you to listen with your entire mind, body, and spirit. Christina, I appreciate that, beloved. Do me a favor real quick, you guys, and share the live to your stories if you haven't already done so. Do me a favor and share the live to your stories. I'm getting ready to hit you with the hardest reality. Some of you guys need to listen to this message twice. One more time, this message is not about motivation. I'm not here to motivate you today. I'm not here to pump you up. I have no desire to do that. This message is not about self-improvement techniques. It's not about any of that. This is a destiny message. How important is your destiny to you? That's what this message is predicated on. Because your future is not threatened by your enemies as much as it is threatened by your private decisions. Let me say that one more time in case somebody's earpiece may have fallen out. I said your future is not threatened by your enemies as much as it is threatened by your private decisions. That's what's threatening your future, not your enemies. So you need to focus on them. It's the decisions you make in the dark when no one else is around. That's the only threat to your future. Not the decisions you make when it's all eyes on you. Not the decisions you make when you're in the chat. Not the decisions you make when your friends are around. Not the decisions you make when the lights and cameras are going. The decisions you make when there's no accountability. The decisions you make when there's no immediate consequences. The decisions you make when no one is watching. Those are the threats to you. Many people spend their lives praying against opposition while ignoring compromise. They're afraid of systems and conspiracies, yet the greatest danger to their destiny is the one decision that they keep justifying in the dark. I said the threat to you right now is the one decision that you keep justifying in the dark. You know exactly what that decision is. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, April. I appreciate that, beloved. Secrecy is temporary, but exposure is inevitable. The question is not whether or not the truth will be revealed. The question is whether the truth will reveal you as faithful or fraudulent. Let me say that one more time. The question is not whether or not the truth will be revealed. The question is whether the truth will reveal you as faithful or fraudulent. The tragedy of our time is that many people are successful publicly, but they're bankrupt privately. Sit with that for a second. I said the tragedy of our time is that many people are successful publicly, but they are bankrupt privately. They have mastered the art of performance, but neglected the discipline of integrity. They know how to impress the crowds, but they have not learned how to govern themselves. God measures your greatness by consistency, not by scale. You got to understand how he works. I said he measures your greatness by consistency, not by scale. Society measures it by scale. He measures it by consistency. Let me say this to you. Let me say this to you. Applause does not test your character. Titles do not test your character. Money does not test your character. Platforms does not test your character. Privacy tests your character. You want to know where your character is being tested? In the dark. Your character is being tested when no one's around. Your character is being tested when you're not on camera. Your character is being tested when you think you're going to get away with it. That's when your character is being tested. Not on these social media platforms. Not when you out with your friends. Not when you at church. God ain't paying attention to none of that. He's paying attention to who you immediately transform into when there's nobody else around. That's who's building your life. That's the version of you that he's deciding whether or not he can trust. Who you transform into when there's no one else there. When there's no one to clap for you. When there's no one cheering for you. When there's no immediate consequences. When there's no accountability. When you think you're going to get away with it. That's when your character is being tested. So one more time. Applause. I'm giving them how much people clap for you. That's not testing your character. I'm giving them how many likes and shares you get on social media. That doesn't test your character. I don't care how many relationships you jump in and out of. That doesn't test your character. All of those things are just extensions of the value that you bring to the moment. That's not testing your character. Titles do not test your character. So it doesn't matter how many job titles you hold. Privacy tests your character. Freedom tests your character. Opportunity tests your character. And that's why most relationships fall apart. Relationships fall apart because a person was loyal to the opportunity that was in front of them at that time more than they were loyal to the opportunity that they had with you. That's why it happens. So opportunity is what tests character, not opportunity when people are watching. The opportunities that appear when no one's watching. That person you chasing right now, do you know who they transform into when there's no one there? Because that's the true measure of their character. The true measure of their character is not who they are when they're with you. No, if that's what you think, you blind as hell right now. The true measure of their character is who they transform into when there's an opportunity there. Ain't nobody looking. Who do I become then? I love that, Divine. You are what you hide. And many people fail in life. Not because they're weak, but because they never got trained how to govern their own freedom. See, you got to understand that nobody trains us on how to govern our own freedom. Nobody trains us. We get trained on all of these offensive-minded things. How to do the job better. How to raise your kids. We get trained on things like that. We don't get any training when it comes to who we become in the dark, who we become when no one's around. Nobody gives us training on that. Because you don't know who the people are that you're hanging out with. You don't know who they transform into. We only know what people allow us to see. You got to wake up. There's a version of me that I won't allow you to see, and then there's a version of me that I transform into when there's nobody else around. And you don't know which version, you don't know what that looks like. So then we turn around, we build this whole life with this person, but you don't know who that person is in the dark. Because that's who they really are. Who they are in the dark is who they really are. Who they promote themselves as when they're with you, that's just the mask. And that's why so many relationships fall apart, because you bought the mask, you bought the trailer to the movie. And then once you around this person for the 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, you start to see that the movie and the trailer don't match. Do me a favor real quick, you guys, and share the live to your stories if you haven't already done so. What's up, Jessica? Listen to what I'm telling you right now. This ain't even about other people. I'm telling you who you are in the dark is the version of you that's really building your life. Not what you promote on social media, even though we're going to put all the energy on who we are on social media. Not who you are at work. Not who you transform into when you get to church. Who you are when no one else is there, when no one's clapping, when there's no immediate consequences, when nobody's watching. That version of you is who's building your life right now. That's the version of you that God is looking at. You can pray for all this power and all this influence and all of this abundance, all you want. But he's looking at you like the version of you that you are in the dark. You can't handle what I'm ready to give you. You're not ready to handle that. Yeah, who you promote yourself as on social media, that version of you can do it. But the version of you that you transform into when no one else is around, that version of you is not built for the life that you're praying for. That version of you is not built for the person you're praying for. That version of you is not built for the level of wealth that you're praying for. That's what he's paying attention to. That's why I said this is a destiny message. This ain't got motivation, and we ain't got time to be motivated right now. You need raw truth in your life. You need to look in the mirror. Let me tell you what we understand in self-awareness. Whoever has no rule over their own spirit is like a city with no walls. Let me say that one more time. Whoever has no rule over their own spirit is like a city broken down with no walls. A city without walls is not attacked because it's hated. It's attacked because it's exposed, not because it's hated. Who you transform into when there's no one else is around, that version of you is exposed. Ain't no protection on that version of you. I'm not interested in how spiritual you sound. I'm not interested in how educated you might be. I'm not interested in how long you've been a believer. I'm only interested in one thing. Can you be trusted with freedom when there's no one else watching? I don't need to know the answer to that. I do not need to know the answer to that. You need to know it. Can God trust you when there's no one monitoring you? Can God trust you when temptation offers you privacy, power, profit without witnesses? Because leadership does not begin with influence over other people. Leadership begins with mastery over yourself. If I can't master me, if I can't lead me, I'm the most important thing I'll ever lead. The most important thing I will ever lead in the history of my life is me. And if I can't lead me, then I have no business trying to lead you. I ain't got no business. Leadership is not about who you are in the light. Leadership is about who you become in the dark. Do you have mastery over yourself in the dark? Everybody's going to say it in the light. But do you have mastery over yourself in the dark? When there's no one monitoring you. That's what matters. Be honest with yourself right now. Forget this chat. You got to have this is where a self-critical analysis has to come in. If you talk about becoming the most powerful version of yourself, your ego's gonna always tell you that, yeah, I'm powerful, and yeah, I can do this, and yeah, all that's wonderful. But that's performance. One more time, people fail not because they're weak, but because they were never trained how to govern their own freedom. Leadership does not begin with influence over others. Leadership begins with self-mastery. If I haven't mastered me, I have no business talking to you about something that's happening in your life. And I still haven't figured mine out yet. I want you to hear this carefully, what I'm about to say next. Please, if you don't listen to anything else, I need you to listen to this. Because what I'm about to say next will frame everything else that we're about to talk about. This is the most important thing. This is the most important thing I will ever tell you. And I think that this is where we get it wrong, you guys. Again, this is a destiny message. I'm not here to motivate you. I don't want to inspire you. I'm not trying to pump you up. I don't need you to believe in me. I don't need you to like me. I don't need you to respect me. None of that. I just need you to hear this message. That's it. Your private life is not separate from your public destiny. I said your private life is not separate, beloved, from your public destiny. But you got to understand that. I need you to understand that on all three levels of mastery. Cognitive mastery, emotional mastery, physical mastery. You got to understand that on all three levels of mastery. Your private life is not separate from your public destiny. The one is what's building the other. Your private life is the foundation of your public destiny. Did you hear what I just said? Just put yourself in park for a second. Just get out of groupthink. Get all the people out your mind. Get your kids out your mind right now. Get your job titles out your mind right now. Get what the email you think you need to send later. What you trying to cook for dinner later on. Get all of the stuff out of your mind right now so you can really empty your cup right now so that you can really hear what I'm saying to you. Your private life is the foundation of your public destiny, meaning whoever it is that you are in the dark, in private, is the version of you that's building that public life. Look at that version of you. Look at how you talk to that version of you. How do you show up for that version of you? How do you love that version of you? Is that version of you a procrastinator? Do you speak negatively to that version of you? Does that version of you have a growth mindset? Does that version of you transform into something different in public than you when you're in private? That's what I'm saying. That's why this is the most important message. You could, because only you know. I'll never know because I'm not around you like that, beloved. So I won't know who you transform into when nobody else is around. The same way you don't know who I transform into. You ain't got no clue. Only you know that. But who you are in private is going to be who you become in public. They are interconnected. The one is building the other. That should scare the hell out of you, or it should ignite you. Because for some of you guys that are stuck, that's why you stuck. And you ain't got to put your business in this chat, but just look at who you are when there's really nobody else around. And then understand that God is blessing you at the speed of who you become when there's no one around. So then you'll start to understand, okay, this is why this blessing is happening, and this is why this blessing isn't coming through. This is why this not materializing. This is why I don't have this, because of who I am when nobody else is around. Not who I promote myself as on social media. Not who I pretend to be when I'm wearing the mask. Not who I am when I'm around my friends and I'm acting like I don't tolerate this and I'll never do that. I don't show up small. These versions of ourselves that we transform into because your ego is holding the steering wheel. We talk so good when we're around other people. Everybody got their life together when we're around other people. Soon as we by ourselves, we fall into pieces. We spiral into depression. We spiral into anxiety. We spiral into unhappiness. We start talking crazy to ourselves. All these things that we do when there's nobody else around. Red said never again. I know that's right. One more time. Your private life is not separate from your public destiny. Your private life is the foundation of your public destiny. What's up, Bianca? So good to see you, beloved. And anything that you build higher than your character will eventually collapse under its own weight. I said anything that you build that's higher than your own character will eventually collapse under its own weight. In life, you don't fall suddenly. You erode quietly. And that's why that's so important, because no one has ever fallen from grace. That has never happened before. That person was eroding quietly. That's what happened. You just didn't see it. You have never fallen suddenly, but we erode quietly. Yeah, that's heavy, D. That's heavy. And erosion always begins when there's no one watching. That's when you erode, when there's no one watching. Not in public, not at the job, not when you're with your friends. When there's no one else around, that's when we erode. And that's why no one sees it. So it looks like we've fallen suddenly. It's like a bridge. Right? The bridge has been eroding over time. The bridge didn't just collapse into the river. The bridge had been eroding. Nobody saw it because it was doing it, it was happening quietly. And then the culmination of all of that over time, the bridge eventually just collapsed. But it did not happen suddenly. The same thing happens with you. The same thing happens with some celebrity that you may have seen, you know, that just has fallen from grace. Nobody just falls from grace. So going back to my original question, who are you when no one is watching? That's the question. It's the only question. There are no other questions. That part right there, T-Benz. Trish, you said you're always the same. I love it. Because the future you are praying for will only be sustained by the character you are building right now. That's the scare you are igniting. I said the future you are praying for will only be sustained by the character you are building right now. Here's the problem. Here's the problem. Most people have no clue of what integrity means. Let me qualify it before I even give you this piece. What does integrity mean to you specifically? What does it mean to you? When you hear integrity, what pops in mind? Don't Google anything. I want to hear you. Character, honesty, truth, doing what's right, love it. Self-worth, love it. Self-respect, doing what's right. Discipline, pride, character, doing the right thing when no one's watching. Proof. Having principles, moral compass, love it, Yolanda. Pepper seed, I see morals, love it, love it. But do you guys see, do you see the array of, you see how everyone has a different, right? Everyone has a different, okay, let's freeze real quick. Let's just stop real fast. This is exactly what I teach you guys every single day, right? Life doesn't come with a built-in meaning. You guys are qualifying that right now. You guys are qualifying what I coach on and what I teach every single day. Like God mode, I love that. I love that, beloved. Silver CEO, so good to see you, beloved. You guys are qualifying what I coach on every single day. The fact that nothing in life comes with a built-in definition, that we give meaning to everything, and this chat just confirm that. You guys are all giving me a different definition. Why? Because you're coming from your programming condition. But that's how people are seeing you, beloved. When people look at you, they're looking at you through the same filter. They're looking at you through their programming condition. They don't see you. The same way that you just gave me your own unique definition of what character or integrity means to you. When people are looking at you, they don't see you. They don't see you. They see you through their story. They see you through their pain. They see you through their wounds. They see you through their traumas. They see you through their assumptions and all these other things, and they project that onto you. That's why every single person, that's why I tell you guys, no two people have the same definition of you. Everyone carries a different definition of who they think you are. 8 billion people, there would be 8 billion definitions walking around about who people think you are. That's why you have to always walk around and operate from your authenticity, because people are only going to see you the way that they can see you anyways. I'm going to always see you through my story if I'm not self-aware, which 99.9% of the people walking around the face of this earth are not. All you got to do is look at the world. The world will tell you that right now. The world will tell you there's no awareness in it. The world will tell you there's no love in it. There's no love in the world right now. That's the problem. That's why the chosen ones are more important right now than anything going on. When the politics, religion, anything, nothing is more important than God's chosen ones right now, because there's no love, because love is missing everywhere. Just look at the world. Show me where the love is at. Just show me where it's at. Take me there right now. Right? That's why the chosen ones are so important right now. That's why messages like this are so important right now, so that you can start to govern who you are in the dark, because that version of you is building who you ultimately become in the light. They're interconnected, right? But here's the problem. If you don't know what integrity means, then you will unintentionally violate it. If you don't know, not an assumption, if you don't know what integrity means, you will unintentionally violate it.